I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder, baby, I wonder, put your sweats on me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for ya. Let me lay a great time on ya. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good, game home is sorry. They say conversation, rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it. Don't you what you want. Poetic justice, put it in the song. Alright.
Yo, what's good with y'all? Welcome to the S Experience, aka boy Eric, man, and we back with you already feel me another live, and it's Victory Monday, man. Whatever you want to call it, man. Um, hey, we won, we won back to back weeks, man. It feels good again, to win. I appreciate everybody that's so far in here, man, and just in general. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day and had a blessed weekend. For me, it was a great weekend, both sports wise, personally wise. But we're back on Monday. New week, but I'm still in celebration mood. So of course, I had to push this live back from yesterday to today, but that's okay. That's fine. Celebrating on Victory Monday. You feel me? We're gonna keep celebrating it until I like to call it the new NFL week, which for me is starting Thursday. It's always for me starting Thursday and so forth. That's why I usually do my previews Thursday or Friday, and then the Saturday show and then the Sunday post game or Monday regard of depends on what happens, right? But yeah, so we here, man. It feels good. It feels good to be back on my live, since Saturday. But yeah, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Of course, dropping Raider content most of the time. You feel me? Also, if you're a big college guy, I'm getting into the college scene as far as doing games on my channel for you. As you know, I'm a Trojan fan, so of course we made the Pac-12 championship. That game will be live on Friday, and we could talk about Raiders. When I do play-by-plays of teams, if you didn't know, because if you haven't checked out my play-by-plays before, I talk about everything in between. When there's commercials, I talk about other sports or talk about anything you want to talk about, whether it's Raiders or something else, and then while I do the play by play, I'd be like talking with this chat while doing that. You feel me? That's just the way I do it. So you don't have to be a USC fan or a Utah fan to come on down and support on Friday. Of course, on Friday, I'll talk about college scene, the college players, stuff like that, and Raiders football. It doesn't always have to be just about USC. The play by play will be the USC game, but everything else we talk about will be about everything. So hopefully you guys could join me on Friday, man. I know sometimes it's not people's cup of tea, but trust me, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But shout out to Terrence up in the building. What's good, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to Terrence, the King of Mods up in the building. Sean Johnson's up in here. What's good, Anthony Estrada? Salute to you, brother. Hope all is well with everybody, man. Yo, salute to the truly killer, lunchable stacker, track riding. He does wears his sunglasses and like the SC experience. AK, you already know. Another dub. Keep stacking them up, and we get a chant one more time. Raiders. You already know what it is, man. Gotta do the chant. You feel me? But shout out to you, man. Hope all is well. Good to see you in here. Shout out to Dominic Five. What's good, man? Jesse Cardenas. What's good, man? Good to see you, brother. Shout out to Raider Way up in the building. Jesse Cardenas up in the building, man. You already know my hashtag seventh seed. Hopefully it happens, man. But I'm still gonna give it time and we'll talk about it. Shout out to Circus. What's good, Circus? Salute to you, brother. Hope all is well. I really wish the whole nation could unite and work out our differences. I'm glad you brought that up right away because I do have to address something again. The fact that I have to address something again, it kind of pisses me off because I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, but stuff keeps surfacing, and my name and my face is getting dragged down technically by different stuff. But I'll talk about it right now. I'll actually start your things right there. Shout out to Raider Ross. What's good, man? Good to see you. Salute SC Victory Monday. Let's go Raiders. You already know what it is. Shout out to Robert Pena up in the building. Alfredo, good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Imagine wanting your team to dank facts, Joey. Shout out to Joey, man. Good to see you. Um, Shout out to Michael Guerrero. Eric, salute Eric. Great win. I know. Hey, it was a really good win, Michael. Trust. It was a really good win. Um, it was against a good team with a great head coach, in my opinion. Shout out to Nutty Raider Nate, man. Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Shout out to Raider Ben up in the building. What's good, Ben? Ben, I'm gonna catch a rerun on your show. I kind of missed it because I was out and about, but I will make sure to watch the rewind and I'll comment and everything, brother. Shout out to Michael Guerrero, man. Shout out to Joshua Young, but hopefully, I hope you had a good live stream, brother. Shout out to Joshua Young. Shout out to Lord Rochitas up in the building. Let me see who else is in here. Shout out to Talkbox 360. What's good, man? Shout out to Talkbox. Hope all is well. You're muted. Am I muted? I'm not muted. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. I think it's your stuff, Big Worm. I think it's your stuff, Big Worm. Everybody could hear me. I could hear him. Is he fucking with me? This guy, bro. This guy's fucking Big Worm, bro. I'm not a part of the content. BS. I'm just always here to support the nation and have some laughs. Yeah, of course, man. I'm playing with you. I see fucking Big Worm, bro. Fucking. And like a Joel, he is starting to do it. Anyway, shout out to Ray Love as well, man. Like I said, hopefully nobody leaves because this is gonna be quick and short. Because the only reason why I'm addressing is because something surfaced again, and like I said, I haven't came out with anything or attacked anybody publicly or brought up some receipts or did anything, so my name shouldn't even be anywhere. But I'm gonna say this: some pictures surfaced, the YouTube world with my face plastered on it, and some people were saying, "Was I encouraging things that were said?" And I said, "How would I encourage things?" And they said, "I seen your face on the thing, like actually, like dead ass." So I just want to say this real quick. if people are gonna attack each other. Don't bring me into this. Don't put my face on it because you're giving me a bad image. When if you go back to that specific live stream, right? If you go back to I can see Eric Point reflecting on his glasses, bro. It's the stream yard. What are you talking? This motherfucker, man. But I want to say it just makes me look like a bad person when I'm really not. If anybody could go back to the live stream, I never encouraged it or even acknowledged the comments that were said. And like I said, those people could say it for themselves. They could speak for themselves, but I'm gonna speak for me because I'm tired of people um throwing shots at me and me keeping quiet and then people plastering my face across some comments and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I have nothing to do with this. Yes, I said something last week because it had to be addressed, but entering this week, seeing those things, it's like, bro, I thought we were done. Right? I offered, like I said, I did it on live and I'm gonna do it again. I offered my IG, I offered my Discord, everything messaging wise is open. It is open. And I'm gonna say it again. It is open. Nobody's blocked. Nobody's nothing. So if you want to talk to me, if you have a problem, and some of the people know who they are, hit me up behind the scenes and let's handle it like that. Because I'm tired. I'm just trying to stay quiet in the YouTube scene. As much as possible, but little by little, man, you're like poking a bear, bro. Like just doing certain things like that. Just leave me out of it. I never talk shit anywhere and just settle it between whoever talks shit and that's it. Don't continue to bring me there. But it's all love to everybody, man. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed one and hopefully everybody's channels keeps continue to move forward and moving up. Um so and I ain't even tripping. That's the only thing I'm gonna say, but let's go back to Raiders because we won, right? Shout out to everybody, man. Some people need to grow up a little, bro. Haters gonna hate and ainers gonna ain't. That's facts, man. So let's get straight into it. You mean Chucky the cat? Fucking cool Kev. Shout out to cool Kev. But yes, the Raiders Seahawks. Let's get straight to it, right? Black Saturday. Oh, here we go. Raider Ben said it. Black Saturday is a platform for the BS. Don't need to ruin your channel. Come ruin mine. People know what to expect on Saturdays. There you go, man. It's good that disagreements happen because people show their true colors sooner rather than later. That is true. That is true. So let's get straight into it. So let's first start off. I want to talk about a little bit of the overview of the game. It was really back and forth. The offense started off a little slow, right? The first play, first pick, everybody was was starting to go through their heads like, oh, is this gonna be another game? For me, I was like, damn, are you serious? Like already? That gave me a little bit of a scare, right? But then moving forward, he throws another pick later on, but then the touchdowns start coming about, right? He ends up getting sacked. He gets a pretty clean sack, in my opinion. And he got hurt, right? And it looked like his ribs. It looked like his stomach area, so it could be his ribs that got hurt. I don't know the full report yet, but I believe it's the ribs though. When he got hurt, I was kind of like, damn, are we gonna put Stidham in? Stidham was warming up, blah blah blah. But he comes back, throws a laser to Abdullah, a really good pass, not a laser, but a really good pass to Amir Abdullah. Which this is how we should be using Amir Abdullah. Amir Abdullah did a wheel route, and a wheel route usually goes from, let's just say, the quarterbacks here and the guys here. They would go like that, and you seen him going through the edge. We seen it last year with Kenya Drake the way he did it, but I think his was more of a crossing route. If I believe, Mir Abdullah did more of a wheel route, or I believe so, or he did go from the slot. I forgot, but regardless, he went through the outside, near the sideline, and was wide open. He caught for the ball. The moment he caught for the ball, Derek Carr lands a really good pass over there right after getting hit, so that was good as well. I like the way, just like Paco Taco said, I like the way that DC came back, right? Usually players get into a little funk, get into their own head and stuff like that. And when they got in their head, um, players don't seem to do good because there's so much in their head. But he ended up coming back after even getting sacked and after throwing a pick, he came back and did it. So that's good, right? Um, the defense, when we needed the defense the most, it came about, and that was led by one person, and that's Max Crosby leading the way, of course. And Max Crosby has been a beast, man. He's been a beast. He's always going to be a beast, and he's going to continue being a beast. When you talk about Max Crosby, he's one of those guys that I love so much to the point where I know for the damn fact that I don't even have to, like, be a little bit concerned with his effort. He's gonna put effort each play, week in and week out, and that's exactly what he does. Especially ever since he got drafted, just knowing his story and knowing what college he came from and trying to make a place, I knew he was gonna be good. But knowing that good, I knew that last year when he made the Pro Bowl, because if you remember the Pro Bowl, he was showing his ass off, right? He was like, putting effort in. He was putting effort in. And they asked him, they said, "Hey, this is the Pro Bowl. Usually people don't try too much. Why did you come out and, like, in a way, kind of say that question?" And if you remember in the Pro Bowl, he said that, "I'm no matter what game it is, it could be a backyard football game or the Pro Bowl. I'm gonna put 100% to the 100% into the game." And that's somebody I want on the team always. Somebody that puts a lot of effort, right? And then going back to the offense, Josh Jacobs, man, what a guy! 300 total yards. That's both receiving and rushing. Rushing over 200 yards. Receiving over 50 yards and a touchdown, two touchdowns, I believe. This guy is balling out, man, and once again, he shows why he deserves money. Um, and I believe it was Bo Jackson's anniversary last year, right? I mean, yeah, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So it was just perfect timing the way it ended. He had his longest career touchdown yesterday. Also a game winner on top of that. In his career as well, right? In his career. You got to give a lot of props to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs played a heck of a game. We knew he was gonna have a big game yesterday, and he did. Shout out to Snoops Hernandez. What's good, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to Robert Pena up in the building, man. Hope all is well. Hopefully I didn't skip any. Shout out to Tubi. What's good, Tubi? Good to see you. Dirty Eric up in the building. What's good? Good to see you guys. If you guys can hit that like button for me and subscribe if you are new. Let me see. I'm not lying when I'll show you everything, especially for a Raiders win. God damn. But moving on here. The other touchdowns was very good play calling. I like the little flea flicker. It would have been a little bit sacked, but thank God it wasn't. The O line did a good job of containing them as much as possible. Good thing that Derek Carr took a step forward. Um, Mac Hollins really sold the block he gave. It was a block and release, a release route, and he did it, and he did it perfectly, wide open, touchdown, right? The other one, Foster Moreau, man. If he would have dropped that, I would have been pissed as hell. I went back and really watched the whole play of the interception, and I believe that the first interception was all Derek Carr, but the second one, Foster Moreau had a little bit of a fault in that as well. But Foster Moreau needed to bounce back, and he did bounce back. Great route, wide open, and perfect placement from Derek Carr. Great touchdown there as well. Both feet in bounds. They scored a touchdown there. Of course, Josh Jacobs. We score over 40 points. Well, actually, 40 points we score. The offense ends up showing up, and I like that they're starting to get. He was wide open for that TD. What the fuck? It comes out on live. We went three in the Ben. Pause, boy. Pause, boy. What the fuck? Yo, Ben Walden. Ben has so much to drink today. Yeah, Ben had a lot to drink today. A lot to smoke today. Shout out to Ben. But overall, this game was about fighting till the end, right? Nah, I think personally, the first interception was in Adams, and the other one was on Carr for throwing in triple coverage. Wait, am I flip flopping it? Which one was the one with? I think I might be flip flopping it. But I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. There's like certain plays where I seen a little bit of miscommunication. Still, they don't have the playbook all the way down yet, but you see them starting to get it. They're putting more points on the board. Things are being more successful. Our run game is still going, and then our passing game is starting to become better, right? We're gonna see what happens when we get Rim from Waller back, if that's gonna affect the chemistry or not. I think overall, I think that when it comes down to this offense, I like the way it's going, right? I like the way that it's improving week in and week out, and that they're getting on the same page little. There's certain moments where you see a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of you should have been here, not here, and stuff like that. Uh, but yeah, no, you're not flip flopping at all, dude. Just had a different take than you. Okay, just making sure. I'm making sure that I didn't get my facts wrong. Um, but yeah. So then, overall, I want to talk about that last play as well. Great blocking by two people. I gotta give, even though Illuminor didn't have too good of a game, right? Illuminor had a really good block in that last overtime, thriller winner, game winner. When he ran the ball, you seen Jacob Johnson. I got to give credit to Illuminor and Jacob Johnson. Jacob Johnson held his own on the right side, I believe, and on the left side it was Illuminor. It was great blocking from both of the guys. Mac Hollins took care of his receiver as much as possible, and everybody else did their job as well. But Illuminor and Jacob Johnson were right there next to Jacobs and created that hole importantly. And that's it. Jacobs proved that he has been working on his speed. He's been working on his cardio and stuff like that. And look at, he took off 80 plus yard touchdown, man, the longest in his career, and I think it's the longest in the NFL this year. I think it's the longest run by any running back this year. I know Jonathan Taylor went for about 67 yards, but Josh Jacobs just went for 80. So you got to give a lot of credit to Josh Jacobs. And once again, yep, Mac Collins, Mac 10 is playing better and better. He's starting to get the playbook down a little. I'm not saying he's got it fully in his head, but still that. You could tell Carr was a little bit shaken up because there were certain throws that he should have made. The one to Foster Moreau through the middle, he kind of overthrew him. You could see it was still something like that. Yep. So I was right. Longest run in the NFL. So it's good to see. But hopefully Carr is fine. He has had back problems, but he's still been out there balling out. So that's really good from him. Besides that, it was a good team win. Something that this team did, especially. Oh, and I gotta give credit, Denzel Perriman, man. Clap it up for Denzel Perriman, man. Denzel Perriman deserves a lot of credit too, man. Not only did he do things off the field, but he did things on the field. Do channels get taken down based on comments from the chat? No, Terrence, I don't think so. Unless a lot of people report it, Terrence. I think if a lot of people report it, they'll take it down. I think if a lot of people report it, but I don't think that a channel could get taken down based on that. Um, Hopefully not, because you seen there was pictures of me, my face, and if my fucking shit gets taken down, it's not gonna be okay. But besides that, that's whatever's right. It was a good team win overall, and I gotta give Denzel Perriman, like I say, he's doing things off the field. He was giving out turkey stuff like that for Thanksgiving. Shout out to Raider Joe as much. Shout out to Raider Joe, man. Everything that happens wrong in life is Carr's fault. Just know that. I know, right, Joe? But yeah, Perriman from Thanksgiving to that game, he look at interception, right? An interception during the game, continues to get tackled for losses, sacks, all that. Man, Denzel Perriman's playing his heart out, and then off the field, he's doing things for the community. So you got to give a lot of credit to Denzel Perriman and what he's doing, man. A great guy, man. What I've been hearing when people meet him, he's a good dude and stuff like that. So shout out to him. Um, and then I want to give another credit, especially what Robert Pena said. The defensive linemen are starting to get better. They're playing better since getting Tillery. I'm not saying Tillery made a big difference, but something about after they got Tillery, got rid of Abram and certain things started gelling more. The D line started playing better, and I like this. Billings had a heck of a game. There's an injury, of course. They're still gonna monitor it. Josh McDaniels has no like status upon that, but they do say it's a lower calf injury somewhere around there. So hopefully he is fine because he played his heart out yesterday. He played really damn good. Billings did a great heck of a job. Besides that, our secondary has been a little bit rough, a little bit here and there. But besides that, we're getting Nate Hobbs back entering next week. So hopefully that helps out the secondary a lot, especially with Anthony Avery going down. I know Anthony Avery hasn't played the best, but at the end of the day, getting Nate Hobbs back is going to help the secondary a lot. Having him, Brock Yassin, and then Amik Robertson or Sam Webb is going to be good. Besides that, team win, man. Team fucking win. And all I cared about this team is to show effort. That's what I wanted from this team. Fight till the end. Don't do like the Saints where you kind of end up quitting or kind of being a little bit like you're tired or something like that. Not tired, but like a little bit of the quitting demeanor and being like, ah. But what they did yesterday was they fought till the end because a lot of people say, oh, we beat the Seahawks in overtime. Like that shouldn't even be a victory, like I'm seeing in some places, which is stupid. In my opinion, in my opinion. I feel like it's a great team win because of the effort they put out there and fought to the end. They didn't give up. They didn't give up in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, second quarter at all. So um I like that they played till the end, and look at what they did, man. They won once again in a fucking classic game of football, man. Y'all have a great day. Gotta get outside. Anxiety is really bad. Love y'all. May play COD later for sure. Hit me up, Ben. I'll play COD with you, brother, if you need one. Shout out to Ben, man. Hopefully, hey, hopefully you feel better, brother. Get your fresh air, man. Still at work, but I'm tapping in, and I appreciate you for tapping in. As well as you too, Joe. Still at work, but I'm tapping in with SC, even though he's a Dodger. Shout out to Raider Joe, man. Hey, speaking of the Dodgers, hey, that boy, Justin Verlanders is visiting the Dodgers. Pay that man. We need a pitcher. But anyways, sorry. Joel E. Moreau didn't as he was in triple coverage and the linebacker punched the ball. Oh, okay. All right, Raider Ben. Shout out to Shadow. What's good, Shadow? Good to see you, brother. Shout out to SVT Vasquez up in the building, man. Good to see you on the road. They had 2 weeks to prepare a great win, in my opinion. And that's too, Michael. That brings up a good point too, Michael. Good point there. They had 2 weeks to prepare for us, fully healthy, fully intact, and they were all, you know, not coming off a short week. What I'm saying is short week as far as we didn't have a bye week, they had a bye week since, right? Not saying we played Thursday and then no, no, no. I'm talking about in general, right? So that is a great point, Michael. Them to have 2 weeks to prepare and two another week of extra to see film and stuff, and we came out there and played till the end. It's a great win. It's a great. Believe it or not, the Seahawks are a good team. People are saying that Seahawks are a mediocre team. They're not a mediocre team at all. I'm telling you, they're not a mediocre team. Yes, the record I believe are like 6-5 right now, or 6-6, something like that. But at the end of the day, the Seahawks, Geno Smith, if you look at his numbers and look what he's doing, he's an underrated quarterback in the league this season. They have a great head coach, and I'm gonna say great head coach because he truly is. Pete Carroll is a big factor on why Geno Smith is Geno Smith this year and why this team is even at the position they are. Everybody counted them out. I was one of them that counted them out because of Geno Smith starting, and then Drew Lock wasn't gonna save them, and then they lost Russell Wilson. But they were again, I still had that little bias. I still have that little bias in me of that USC Trojans, and I knew Pete Carroll was always a good head coach, even in Seattle as well. And in the back of my mind, I knew that if Pete Carroll could truly be the head coach, I know he does. The Seahawks will be fine, and look what the Seahawks are doing right now. So shout out to Pete Carroll. I got to give Pete Carroll a lot of credit, bro. He's a great head coach. So for Josh McDaniels to come out here and do a great game plan and stuff like that, and still have the locker room there, and still, you know, being a little bit more vocal as you see a little bit more hands on with the players, you start to see it. I like that from Josh McDaniels to come out here and be a really good head coach. I got to give credit to the coaching staff as well. I got to give a credit, even though the defense really shit the bed, kind of, because we had to put up 40 points to win. I gotta give Patrick Graham credit in certain situations. We started gaining more takeaways, more here and there, and I like that. That fumble recovery we got, it was a little bit of the offensive line's trouble, right? The offensive line's little bit of the offensive line's fault on the Seattle side because I think it was a bad snap. It hit him in the shoulder and it bounced down. But I got to give credit to this defense because remember Darion Butler the other week didn't get that fumble. He didn't recover it because he was like trying to look and confused. And this week Chandler Jones was there at the right time and he ended up getting the fumble. So that was a good recovery. Denzel Perriman's interception, and we continue to make plays when the game is on the line. So I like that, especially Max Crosby. Max Crosby is known to do that a lot. Um, let me see. Let me see. I'm trying to. Shout out to Raider Kojo. What's good, Raider Kojo? Good to see you, brother. Hope all's well. Hit the like for the young phenom. Hey, I appreciate that, Ben, brother. I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot, man. Y'all be good. You too, man. Be good, brother. Be good. Be good. Be good. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. The Seahawks are very underrated and have an up and coming defense. Yeah, they do. A lot, like I said, they had a lot of rookies in that secondary. Tariq Woolen was one of leading their team in interceptions. They have a pretty young, good secondary, decent secondary, I'm gonna say. Besides that, they have a really good defensive line. If you really look at the defensive line, it's really good with Nwosu and overall other players they got on that thing like Shelby Harris. Shelby Harris did make a couple plays this game, and they just recently acquired him. So they have really good players over there in Seattle and on that defense. So for us to do that, it's really good, right? Let me see. Kershaw didn't pitch in the 50s. Shout out to Omar Juarez. What's good, man? Shout out to Circus Raider. Max made Gino his son. Yeah, he did. Max made that man his bitch, pushing him all the way back. Facts. Shout out to Pyro. Did I miss Pyro? Sorry. Shout out to Pyro. What's good, Pyro? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Seattle's playing like most expected Denver to, and the Denver's playing like most people expected Seattle to. Exactly, Paco Taco. Exactly. And you got to give a lot of credit to Pete Carroll. Like I continue to say, Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll was kind of like that Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. Who was it? Who was it more of? And it looks like Pete Carroll has the edge on that. It was more Pete Carroll's head coaching, um, in my opinion, because Pete Carroll is a heck of a coach, man. Even in his days as a Trojan, um, he said hashtag kick Cool Kev out. Um, Another thing I want to give some game balls, right? I'm gonna do three on offense, three on defense. The number one goes to Josh Jacobs on offense. Josh Jacobs gets the number one ball. Number two, I'm gonna say Derek Carr for bouncing back and not letting those interceptions get a hold of him and continue to fight. He's another one. And then I'm gonna say it's between the offensive line and Devontae Adams, or the receivers in general. You could go either or with them. The offensive line had a good game, an all right game, except for people like Bars had an okay game and Illuminor had a shit game. So I'm gonna give it to more to the receivers because they did their job. The offensive line is like a how do you call it? Like a runner up, like a s- special category. What is it called? Like you got like three winners and then you got the I forgot what it's called. Yeah, I don't see Pyro either. I think they're just saluting Pyro. I didn't see Pyro in the in the thing, so I don't know. I don't know. I just said salute Pyro because I see they're saluting, so I probably skipped them or he probably is not there. But let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Is it runner up? No, it's honorable mention. There we go. I'm fucking all over the place. Thank you, SVT Vasquez. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. Honorable mention is the offensive line. I gotta give credit to receivers first though. Devontae Adams with that one-handed grab. That was a nasty catch, man. That catch was crazy. Matt Collins was doing his thing, so at the end of the day, um, this receiving core made plays when it mattered to get the first down and stuff. And Josh Jacobs, actually, believe it or not, Josh Jacobs leads the league and most convert first downs. He's at 67, I believe. The next one is 53, and I think that's Justin Fields, a quarterback. So shout out to Josh Jacobs for that. So Josh Jacobs number one, um, the Derek Carr number two, and the wide receiver number three, an honorable mention offensive line. Now going to the defensive side of the ball, number one, Max Crosby. Number two, Denzel Perriman. And then number three, this defensive tackle room. I got to do it in that sense. And if you want to give an honorable mention would be trying to think. Hmm, I don't think there's an honorable mention on the defense. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Max Crosby, Denzel Perriman, and the defensive tackle room. They're starting to come about, and I like the way they're playing. So yeah, Blake Griffin looks like Andre James in my opinion. We winning. I hope we end the season over 500. I do too, cool Kev. I mean, statistically and like the next few games on paper, it is possible. And like I said, I'm not gonna. We could give it a Harmon. We could give it to whoever has the green light. You feel me? The green sticker on their helmet. Who has the green sticker now? Harmon, right? I think they switched it. I think it used to be Diablo, or it used to be no, it wasn't Diablo. I think it used to be Abram, if I wasn't mistaken. Who had the green? Somebody had the green sticker. You know, the person that calls the plays the green dot. Um, I'm trying to think because they switched it. They switched it. It used to be somebody else, and then Harmon has it now. And I think ever since Harmon got it, it started being a better defense. It started being the defense started playing better. So it was Diablo. It was Diablo. Okay, okay. So it was Diablo, right? Um, Diablo had it at one point. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think whoever has it recently, I think it's Harmon, has been doing a heck of a job because the defense, believe it or not, even though they played not so good yesterday and they gave up a lot of yards, they started playing at least a little bit better in a sense. Don't want to get overboard, but I believe we win the next 4 games. But last 2 games in Vegas are going to be extremely tough. Yes, the Chiefs and the Niners is going to be a tough game. But every week is a tough game in my opinion. I'm gonna take it week in and week out. I already said it on Gabe's show, and I'll say it on my show. I'm not gonna say our season's turning around yet. I'm gonna wait for us to if we beat the Chargers this week, then I'm gonna start saying that our season's turning around. We have to beat this AFC West rival in the Chargers. In order for me to say that the season's turning around. As of right now, I'm gonna say that we're going into the right path. Is that fair? Is that fair? We're going in my opinion, we're going into the right path. Right, we're going into the right path. Now we just need to beat the Chargers. Then I'm gonna say the season is really turning around. Jacobs gets anywhere from 30 or 40 million. For probably 3 years, 3 years, 4 years, 3 years. I would say 3 years. So that means 10 million a year. I would say probably 2 years. You could say 15 million a year. But I think Josh Jacobs, in my opinion, would take less just because you got to remember no taxes. And also, Josh Jacobs wants to be here. I truly do think so. But we don't know where his headspace is at, right? The 5th year option decline could be a slap to the face for him. And his agent might be screaming in his ear, telling him you could get more. But um, I would say that Josh Jacobs is just one of those guys that wants to be as a Raider, and I think he would take a really good deal that would benefit him and benefit us. Mm, let me see. Let me see. Staring down the right path. 2 game streak. Yep, yep. Starting down the right path, and that's what I'm saying. It's the right path, right? It's just a matter of time of are we gonna continue going down there, right? Let me actually give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. That's better. I would be happy if we can win 7 games after the start of the season. I would too, man. Hopefully it does, but like I said, it's going into a good trajectory, right? That's fair. Yep. Yeah, a win streak is the right path. Yep. Shout out to Freddie Chavez. Shout out to Holly Tanner. What up, sis? I hope all is well with both of you, man. Eric Salute. Hope you're doing well. Same to you, Holly. I hope all is well. Shout out to everybody, man. Freddie Chavez that just joined us. Willie Wayne was good. Good to see you. Hope all is well. I just want to win against the Niners. I want to win in general, man. Shout out to Roaster Raider that just joined us. Mr. Took your sub paramount to Diablo to Harmon. Okay, so it was a little bit of like cross. I think Harmon has been doing the best job, but I do have to give the benefit of the doubt to Perriman because when he first had it, the team was gelling, right? Honorable mention. Here we go. Here's D-Buck. Shout out to D-Bucks. Honorable mention. Chandler Jones finally showing up to record a fumble. Yeah, a fumble. He technically got recorded with this, so that's good. Shout out to Yoshi Mitsu, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope all is well. Um, but yeah, so let's talk about moving forward with the team, right? The morale looked good, and actually, I don't know if you guys seen the locker room after the game, and I'll show it again. The locker room. Um, let me see. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna share my screen. If you guys didn't see the locker room, we all seen the locker room after the Broncos game, right? They look like a team together and celebrating it. Now they did it once again, and I like this again. Let me actually play it for you guys. Give me a second. Let me make sure this video didn't do anything to. Okay, they didn't. Okay, here we go. Why isn't it playing? That's weird. That it's not playing. Hold on. Let me fix it. Give me a second. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. Okay. It's a little bit of a shorter version, but fuck it. Here you go.
Where's JJ at? This morning, I didn't even know if he was going to play. He went over 300 yards. Big division game. Right, coming up here next Sunday at home. Yes, sir. Right, and we have the whole turf on that stuff. That's really important, all right? Big division game. But we got a victory.
Man, it's good to see that. It's good to see that. It is good to see that. Um, Shout out to Laker Nation. I know the Raiders had their struggles, but these boys are a pretty resilient bunch. And it's every week these damn refs try to get in our way. Raiders had to beat two teams yesterday. I know, right? I know. I like that, man. I every time he says it, he's like, but it's Victory Monday. Or last week when it was like, but it's Thanksgiving. Let's eat good. Yeah, I like that, bro. It really that hypes me up, man. That's the way I want to see it, right? Shout out to Avocado Raider up in the building, man. We got a victory, man. We got a victory. You feel me? It feels good. It feels good. Shout out to the 68 people in here, man. If you guys can, please hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more Raiders content. I also do other content here and there, whether it's the Lakers or the Dodgers or the USC or college football in general. This is the channel to go to if you like college football and you like the draft when it comes draft time and you like all that and you like the inside scoop. Um, hey, this is the channel to go to, right? I'm a big college guy as well. I watch a lot of college football. I watch a lot of players as well. Just to be a little bit knowledgeable once it comes to draft time. Last year, I ain't gonna lie. Last year, I had to watch film at the end of the year. I watched USC games only last year. I watched USC games even though we didn't do too good last year. But this year, I'm doing more of my part and starting from week one till now to see the development of a lot of players. And then I even have my own list of people as well. I don't know if you guys, I'll show it for you for people that didn't get to see my list last time. It's a quick list. I'm gonna just show it for like probably like 20 seconds each slide. There's only two slides. So if you guys want to take a picture or anything or look out for these players because it's time for playoff college football playoffs, and it's time for bowl games and championships. And this is where players really make a mark because these are the big games, right? So these are some people that I have on my list that I've been having, and this is by order as well. Jalen Carter, Javon Dexter, Brian Brees, Saki Ika, and Mozzie Smith. Mozzie Smith from Michigan, Siaki from Baylor, Brian from Clemson, Javon from Florida, and Jalen from Georgia. And then as the quarterbacks, Kelly Ringo from Georgia, Joey Porter Jr. from Penn State, Eli Ricks from Alabama, Clark Phillips III from Utah, and Christian Gonzalez from Oregon. Then linebacker, Trenton Simpson from Clemson, Noel Sewell from Oregon, Henry Toto from Alabama, Jack Campbell from Iowa, and DeMarvin Overshown from Texas. And then for defensive ends, I got Will Anderson from Alabama, Miles Murphy from Clemson, BJ Ojolari from LSU, Nolan Smith from Georgia, and Derek Hall from Auburn. And then safeties, Jordan Battle from Alabama, Brandon Joseph from Notre Dame, Antonio Johnson from Texas A&M, Chris Smith second from Georgia, and Tyreek Smith from West Virginia. And then as far as wide receivers, Rashad Rice from SMU, Cedric Tillman from Tennessee, Josh Downs from North Carolina, Parker Washington from Penn State, and A.T. Perry from Wake Forest. So those are some people, and just to let y'all know, this is not my rankings as far as um in general, like the general draft. That's a whole different list. This is based on the Raiders' needs and the Raiders' position in the draft, right? Some of them are first rounders, and some of them are second, some of them are fifth, some of them are fourth, some of them are sixth, and some are seven. Um, Julio, the reason I have wide receivers on that list is because I did it by order. Um, for me, if you look at this list, I did it by order. I think our number one need is D tackle slash nose tackle. We need a D tackle in the draft. I would go first round D tackle or cornerback first round, depending on where we land and who goes, because Jalen Carter is most likely a top 5 pick. So I would go DT, then cornerback, then linebacker, then defensive end, then safety, and then wide receiver, then quarterback, and then so on. Offensive line. I have to do the offensive lines because we do need an offensive line next year just to have a rookie under there. But those are a couple guys, right? That's the only reason why I have the wide receivers on the list because they're dead last in needs, in my opinion. I think we should go defense for a majority of our first, second, third pick. And as you see, I don't have quarterbacks on there, but I will do quarterbacks for the people that want them in the fourth, fifth, sixth round, especially with certain players getting hurt. If you didn't know, and this is why I tell people to watch football because sometimes when teams play a team that is at least NFL ready, you gotta evaluate them. That's one of the most important games because that's the closest thing to the next level. Ohio State just played one of the best defenses in the nation. If you didn't know, Michigan's one of the best defenses in the nation. And CJ Stroud didn't play a he played an all right game. He played an all right game. There was some faults there. There was some reports that he was injured. He had a little bit of a hip injury. Some people don't even know that. Also, another guy that got hurt and is out for the season is one of my favorite quarterbacks, Hendon Hooker from Tennessee. He's out for the season, so that's gonna really push him back to probably the sixth, seventh, fifth round, kind of like a Matt Corral from Ole Miss type of situation where he was a first round pick and then he got pushed out of the first round because of the injury, just like John Michie and Jamison Williams, another players that got hurt and got pushed back. That's one of the people at Hendon Hooker. Besides that, I know a lot of people like Will Levis. Will Levis is a big project that you need. He's not all that, but he is a big project. If you want somebody like that, I believe he's a fourth round, fifth round, third round talent. But um, some people say he could go in the first round, which it is possible that he might go in the first round. So some differences are like that, right? NFL defenses are better than Michigan's defense, and you always play hurt in the NFL. And that's the thing, Mr. Ticker. So the thing is with it is that no college football team is the NFL team, right? No college football. But when you look at these rankings, as far as both PFF and just the eye test and the players, you start to determine on who is at least close to NFL ready as far as player goes and just an overall team, right? And Ohio State, their defense is in the top 10. Michigan's, Iowa's, those are some teams that their defense is top tier. Utah's another one. Those are some defenses out there. So, to me, I like to really look at that, right? The reason I think Michigan won, especially, is because of their defense. I think their offense, their run game has always been good since last year, especially with Hassan Haskins and now entering this year. Um, but their defense has a lot of credit for that. So, did somebody say Hooker? Shout out to Casper. What's good, man? Good to see you. Julio. Did y'all see Lamar go off on Twitter cursing like the SpongeBob episode? Nah, I did not see it. I know they lost though. I know they lost. Anthony, we're the consistency around the organization at though. Shout out to everybody, man. I said Hooker and Casper pops up. No quarterback in this draft. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't, but at this point, I wouldn't. I'll pass on DT in the first round and go after Marvin Harrison Jr. That's an interesting pick. That's an interesting pick for the first round. So you would go Marvin Harrison from, I believe that is Harrison's son, right? The actual Harrison. Someone said that magic word Casper. I know, right? Let me see if I can actually find the video of this other locker room, the longer version. Let me see. No, I don't see it. No, I can't find it. What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't find it. It's fine. It's fine. You can see it on the Raiders page, anyways. But in my opinion, we the people, I would not go wide receiver in the draft. In my opinion, in the first round. That's the only disagreement I have. I wouldn't go wide receiver in the first round. Marvin Harrison Jr. could be a first round, second round pick. The guy's from Ohio. Um, and I think he's the next up. If I'm mistaken, he's still got another year. Is he a sophomore? Yeah, he is a sophomore. So he's got one more year. I think Marvin Harrison might. I don't know if the official word came out that he's going into the draft this year, but he might take one more year to stay. He might take one more year to stay. We'll see what happens, right? He's only a sophomore, so he's entering his junior year. Um, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if he declares. If he declares for a draft, we'll see where he lands as far as where they position him, a first round, second round. If he's a first round, I don't think I would go wide receiver in the first round. I would rather go defense. But we got to see if he even declares, right? He's a sophomore, like I said. Shout out to Buddha. What's good, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Shout out to SVT Vasquez. We have the first pick in the second round, so it's kind of the second two first round picks, but not really. That's what I'm saying. Like, we could still get a lot of talent, a lot of talent, a lot of talent, especially in the later first round and early second. You get a lot of talent. And you look, Dave Ziegler wanted to keep his second round pick last year. There's a reason for it. He wants to be in that second round. He wants to be in that first round. So I'm gonna see what happens, right? What's good to Buddha? What's good, man? Good to see you. If you guys can't hit that like button for me, shout out to North Cal Raider Jesse up in the video. What's good, Jesse? Another great ass mod, man. That supports a lot of people, man. Shout out to Jesse, man. Jesse, I appreciate you for tuning in, brother. Shout out to Mike Rains as well. It was nice to see some defense. That's facts. And if you guys can't hit that like button with this kind of energy, we should be able to beat the brakes off the Chargers. I don't think we'll beat the brakes off of them. I hope so. Tuscan Raider, if they beat the brakes out of them, hell yeah. But I do think that we have a good momentum heading into the Chargers. And the Chargers, even though they did win in a 2 point conversion yesterday, I think their demeanor is kind of like this. You start seeing it, and ours is going like this. If we continue playing that way, we continue using the morale boost we keep getting week in and week out, and you use it against the Chargers, you could beat them. And I said in the beginning of the season we were gonna go 1-1 with them. So Eric, check your DMs. Check my DMs on Insta. Let me see. Let me actually see. Let me see. Let me see. Give me a second. You said check my DMs. Let me see. Oh, from Lamar Jackson. When someone is asking for over 250 million guaranteed, like your Lamar Jackson game, like we should not come to Justin Tuck, let Lamar walk and spend that money on a well-rounded team. He said, "Boy, shut the fuck up. Y'all be capping too much on this app. Motherfuckers never smelled a football field, never did shit but eat dick." Damn, that boy Lamar Jackson. Yo, that boy Lamar Jackson is on timing. Shout out to IC Nate, man. We all need all quarters to win tough games. Facts, 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 facts. Um, see. What the hell? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, that boy Lamar Jackson was going off on a reporter. Yo, that's funny. There we go. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Did I skip anybody? Is Keenan Allen back healthy? Yes, he played yesterday. Actually, I believe he scored a touchdown. He caught a touchdown. I don't think. I think he put up like 30, 40 yards, somewhere around there. I would say in like the 40s, the mid 40s. I think he got in like a touchdown. So he is healthy. So that's somebody to look out for. And once I do my preview, I have more of a breakdown on who's healthy, who's not, who's gonna make an impact, who's not. But overall, Keenan Allen did play yesterday, so I believe he is healthy. Lamar has no point there. The Chiefs have signed former Raiders and Falcons wide receiver Brian Edwards to their practice. What they did? They did. That's interesting. That is interesting. That is very, very interesting. That is very interesting if they did do that. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. Any news on Waller? Of course not. It's not. We need him on the field. So of course he had to miss 4 games. He's available next week, but I believe that, or I think it's one more week. I'm trying to break it down. I'm trying to really research it. I need to go back again. But correct me if I'm wrong. I think they might not play this week. I read into something like that last night. So I think they might play until the week after. Which I mean, in all honesty, our team is really gelling. Our offense is really gelling without him. So if they need another week to take off just for them to get fully healthy and go by the guidelines, then I'm all for it, right? So yeah, that's a thing. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Underwent. Best things it could be scheduled. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Good. He can fumble week 18. We the people. Do you know that Lamar is saying he's telling people that never played the game to basically shut up him? Shout out to Dirty Eric. What's good? He said, "Is Joey Bosa playing?" I know he did get hurt earlier in the season. Let me actually look that up for you because that one I do not know. Bosa was struck with a groin tear his side third game of the 2022 NFL season. Since joining the blah 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 blah. According to doctors and experienced health personnel, both expected to miss 8 to 10 weeks. The time from this injury, Chargers will rush him back into what looks to be a failed playoff push. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. They haven't come out with the official word yet, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. It's still questionable for him. Not really. When you look at Penn State scandal, you'll think otherwise. Who's talking about Penn State? Penn State. What about Penn State? I like Penn State. I like their team. Their team, um, their defense especially. I like their defense. Joey Porter Jr. is one of my favorite players coming out this year in the NFL draft, and I kind of showed it earlier. Cornerback over there. I like Joey Porter Jr. there. Um, I sure you lose on Friday against Utah. What channel, Eric? Damn, Anthony Stroud, you always gotta prey on my team's downfall, bro. Yeah, on Friday. Friday. Friday is the Pac-12 championship, so I'm gonna be doing that game. USC and Utah. It's gonna be a good game. Um, Canelo needs to calm the fuck down. He's off Argentina for stepping on Mexico. It was not on purpose. Even the Mex players are saying that do that. Yeah, yeah. Messi didn't do it on purpose. Waller and Riffle can't return until December 8th. So I was right. He has to wait another week. So I was right. So they have to wait another week. I read that last night. I know I said on Gabe's show that they might be back this week, but then I read about it, so I was correct about that. So my research was right. Yeah. So like Grace Todes said, they still need another week, so they might not come back to the week after, which after is the Rams, which is all good, all good. I'm cool with them taking a week and going through the guidelines and stuff like that. I think our offense is good enough to win games right now. They're starting to gel together. We just got to continue pushing, continue doing the run game. And the Chargers, believe it or not, and I'll have this in my preview, the Chargers are one of the worst teams against the run. And if there's one thing you could do against the Chargers, and is by beat them by foot. Let me see. Is Bosa playing? Da, 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 da. Shout out to Big Mike Raider. Big Mike Raider up in the building. Salute, brother. How you feeling about our Trojans in the playoff? When our boys get there, fight on. Hey, Big Mike. I was just talking about it, bro. I'm about to do that game. I'm about to do that play-by-play on Friday when we go to the Pac-12 championship. It's gonna be a good game. I feel good about USC, man. I said that, and they raised the bar. Like they exceeded expectations for me. For me, I said that we were gonna make the Pac-12 championship. I said that it was gonna take one more year to make the playoffs. I thought they were gonna take this year to make the Pac-12 championship, and then next year make the playoffs. But it's looking like the opposite, man. I mean, it's actually looking like both are possible, and they exceeded expectations. Lincoln Riley's doing a great thing. The only thing that scares me a little bit is the defense because we know the defense is a little young, most of them, especially the secondary. But besides that, our offense is firing on all cylinders. Caleb Williams is a Heisman candidate. Tui Tupolito is one of the best players on that defensive line over there. Besides that, Jordan and Addison and these receivers are one of the best, I think, core receivers in the league. Our running back Austin Jones is actually coming to his own. I like that, especially with Travis Dye going down. I'm liking that people are stepping up, and the offensive line is playing out of this world right now. This offensive line is doing a good job, and Caleb Williams is doing a great job. So, in my opinion, Big Mike, hey, this team is ready to win, man. I think they proved that they could go toe and toe with any offense in college. And I know I'm getting a little bit too hard on myself because they haven't played like Ohio or Alabama and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I really think this offense could compete with a lot of defenses out there in the nation. They already played one of the best defenses, even though we lost. We did put up points on the board against Utah. Utah has a really good defense. Um, but besides that, I have confidence in them going into Friday. Shout out to AK. What's good? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Yo, Eric, what's good, brother? What's good, Raider Nation? Salute to you, brother. USC going to the Big Ten. You already know what it is, man. USC got good once college players get start getting paid. Our offense gelling. Josh will kill the Chargers. I hope so. Love it, bro. Wait to break down that shit down. You already know what it is, Big Mike, man. Hey, something. The difference between this year and last year, man, is I started really getting into like college football in general, man. College football it's this is one of the most exciting times of the year, man. When it's championships, uh, conference championships, when it's bowl games, and when it's the playoffs. This is one of the most exciting times in college football. So I can't wait for that. But on that note, Caleb is the truth. I'm telling you, Terrence. I told you. I told you, bro. He already broke the record. I mean, he holds it for I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the most touchdowns by any SC quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. So he's doing a really good job. He's doing a really good job. We don't care about college football. Look at Earn. Look at Earn. USC started to follow Pete Carroll's footsteps, and now they're winning. Caleb is Mark Sanchez 2.0. Oh, hell no, he ain't Mark Sanchez. Come on, man. Cool, Kev. Come on, bro. Come on, cool. Oh my God, cool. Come on, bro. Shout out to Earn up in the building. But yeah, back to some Raiders stuff. You feel me? Um, so great team win. I'm gonna keep saying it. Team win, team win, team win because they fought to the end. I'm glad that they're starting to use that morale week in and week out, and hopefully they use it against the Chargers. And overall, I gave the game balls, and I think that's like the gist of everything, right? I think that's the gist of the whole game. The whole game was about fighting. Just win, baby, right? Is our motto, and we just won, and we're gonna continue winning. Hopefully, we got a couple of games moving forward, right? We still got the Steelers, right? Come Christmas time, right? Still got the Steelers. We got the Patriots, right? Bill Belichick versus Josh McDaniels. We still got the next two games, which is the Chargers and Rams. The Rams haven't been doing the best, and they just lost their other receiver and Allen Robinson. They lost their quarterback and Matthew Stafford. Some people say that he might not even come back. And then besides that, we also got the Chiefs and Niners towards the tail end. I said the Patriots, the Steelers, the Rams, Chargers. So some really decent, good teams out there that we're gonna play, like the Chiefs and the Niners, and some may say the Chargers. But I really think that this team could be capable of beating all three. We just gotta take it week by week. I know we the people. I do that to agitate Eric. Hall and Hobbs duo for the future. Um, I mean, a lot of things are a possibility, right? Like I said, I would really want to draft a cornerback in the draft. There's some really good cornerbacks, like I talked about on my list. Joey Porter Jr. is one of my favorite ones. The guy from Penn State is a 6'2", cornerback out there. That I truly do like over there in Penn State. And something about Patrick Graham, he likes his big body receivers, and that's exactly that, right? Kelly Ringo, which will most likely go in the first round, so depending. Eli Ricks, I believe he still is leading. I think he's top five and coverage grade this year in college football. Eli Ricks from Alabama, he's 6'2" as well. I really like Clark Phillips the third. He kind of reminds me of that Amik Robertson determination. He's 5'10", but he is playing his heart out over there in the Pac-12. Really good player, ball hawk, stuff like that, man. Not scared to go up with any receiver. So that's somebody I like as well that you could go later on in the later rounds. And then one of my other favorite ones from Oregon, Christian Gonzalez over there, another 6'2" guy. A lot of big body corners coming into the draft. So that's something good for Patrick Graham to really monitor. There's other people. There's other people besides that. And I actually got a list. I just didn't put everybody. I just put my top five. Other players like Emmanuel Forbes. Emmanuel Forbes is another one of my favorite ones. Another one, Witherspoon, uh, Devon Witherspoon. Those are a couple of honorable mentions. I believe Devon Witherspoon plays for Iowa. And Iowa has really good defense in the nation. So that's somebody else. Some honorable mentions as corners go. There. Caleb Williams is a beast. Facts for the most part. I like your opinions on players, but the Williams and Mark Sanchez comparison had me confused. Oh, you're talking about Kukev. Yeah, need the Chiefs to win now and secure the number one seed by week 17. So we play the third stringers week 18. You think they'll put out the third stringers though? If they did do that, they probably would. Or they probably won't because they got such an ego. Yeah, we the people. If I was Caleb Williams, you do another you do another year. You do another year. You play another year, play again next year, and then enter the draft because I think next year is our last year in the Pac-12. So take advantage of that, take care of that, and then he'll enter next year's draft, the draft after. So in 2024. All right, little bro, I'm going to bounce off. Have a blessed on Eric and second family in the nation chat. Shout out to Anthony Strutter, man. I appreciate you for coming in, man. I appreciate you. If you can, And hit that like button on the way out, brother. Hit that like button on the way out. And if you guys can continue hit that like button, we're at 50 likes right now. I know a couple people joined a little bit towards the end. If you haven't hit that like button, go hit that like button. I'll greatly appreciate it. We're on the road to 2002 as well. Isn't his contract like 9 million already? Whose? But yeah, let me see. Let me see if I'm missing anything else. There is some injury concerns actually. There is some injury concerns. Andrew Billings. Let me just update you guys real quick. Andrew Billings. Like I said earlier, he's kind of getting tested. Nate Hobbs looks like a full goal this week. Besides that, Carr haven't heard any too much rumblings about him. Another person that was hurt, Anthony Avern, and it looks like it's his toe or something, something with his foot. So that might be something to monitor. Besides that, nobody else. Dude is getting paid right now. California made it legal for college athletes to get paid. I think the whole college football scene made it, or made it for them to get sponsored. I think Caleb Williams is making more money outside of football. The moment he got to USC, he has started getting on Adidas commercials, Nike commercials, stuff like that. Well, Nike commercials specifically, I think. He started getting on different commercials, so he's making money better off the field. So of course, you come to USC or UCLA, you're in the glimpse and glamour of LA, and you got a lot of shine. And especially the way this USC team is going this year, a lot of players are going to be wanting to play for USC next year. And we did pay Jordan Addison like $1 million to come over here. So yeah, but hopefully this year we don't really gotta pay people to come over here because I mean the way we're playing, the way we're going, and the coach we got, and just the glimpse and glamour of USC and LA, I think it's really gonna do something to a lot of players to decide. Oh, should I go to USC? They're gonna start playing in the Big Ten, um, so it's gonna be something to monitor, right? So at the end of the day, it's gonna be a destination moving forward. Rightfully so, colleges to get paid off their student athletes. I'm a Florida State fan. Have you ever checked out Jordan Travis? The quarterback, he's a great dual threat and has wheels. So Jordan Travis, I'm a little familiar with him, not fully yet. So I'm not gonna give you a full assessment. Something I like to do, Jeremy, and I don't know if you were sorry if I'm mistaken, but if you were here last year when I was breaking down a lot of draft prospects, I always said this line where I want to get a full assessment before giving you like a analysis. I'm just that type of person. I gotta watch more film, and I'll be honest with you. With Jordan Travis, I need to watch more film before I could give you a respectable and honest statement about Jordan Travis. But I have heard that he is a dual threat, so I'm gonna look into him, and then once I'm done looking into him, I'll give you the full assessment on him. I just want to make sure that I put some facts instead of just giving you like the 10%, right? So yeah, I'll look into that. As far as quarterbacks goes, what it is, SC excellent content as always, raising the bar for content creators. ACE bar, I appreciate that, brother. I try my best. I try my best and trying to make the best content out here and trying to give you the most realistic takes. Imagine Lamb, Adams, Renfro still thinking about what would have been. I know, but you can't even blame them, right? Henry Ruggs was coming into his own. He was getting better week in and week out, and he would have been a great addition to this team right now. But it is what it is, and one mistake cost him a lot of things. But you know, shout out to Auntie Six. What's good, Auntie Six? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. Blessings to you and your family. Same to everybody in the chat, man. Blessings to you guys and your families. We're gonna continue pushing for a little bit more. Um, let me see if I'm missing anything else as far as the Raiders go. I think I talked about the little bit of the injuries. I talked about the game balls. Um, but yeah, just there's some certain things that go out. Oh, I seen this clip actually. I seen this clip about the Broncos. It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. Let me see. Right to another. Oh, give me a second. If you guys know, um, James Brown, I believe his name is. You guys know who James Brown is, right? Do you guys know who James Brown is? Well, not James Brown. What the hell? I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Not James Brown. What's his name? They call him James Brown. I don't know why, but because he kind of looks like the singer. You feel me? But if you go on NFL, is it called NFL Today? Is it called NFL Today? I don't know if it's NFL Today. The panel with I believe it's if I could think Howie. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who's on that panel. It's a lot of Hall of Famers and stuff. I think it's right before the games. CBS, 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 CBS. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Is it? It is, right? His name is James Brown, right? I'm gonna make sure I'm not talking about anybody else. Yeah, James Brown. Let me actually. I'm trying to pop the clip. I don't know if you guys seen what James Brown said about the Broncos. I am right. Okay, for sure. Just making sure. So James Brown from NFL, CBS, NFL Today. He said something about the Broncos. It was funny as hell. I don't know if you guys seen it. I'm trying to get the video, but I'm trying to get the video. It's not showing me. Let me see if I can find it. James Brown. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think I found it. 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 Let me see. Share screen. Let me share my screen real quick. There we go. All right. So this was James Brown going over the games, and look at what he said about Denver.
Took flight. Broncos Nation, let's ride. Right to another L. Trevor Lawrence called game.
I'm gonna play it a couple times.
Look right, and the Jets took flight. Broncos Nation, let's ride. Right to another L. Trevor Lawrence called game. Right, look right, and the Jets took flight. Broncos Nation, let's ride. Right to another L. Trevor Lawrence called game.
He said Mike White looked right, and the Jets took flight. And then he said, "Broncos Nation, let's ride right into another L." Yo, yo, that shit is funny as fuck, bro. Yeah, it's Howie, Terry, and James Brown. Yep, yep. So it was right about Howie and the Terry. And yeah, I love hearing them man and their takes. Bro, he said Mike White looked right and the Jets took flight. Broncos Nation, let's ride right to another. Yo, yo, James Brown is a fucking funny as hell. Yeah, he should have said Broncos country, but I just like that he ended it the way he did. Boomer and Bill Cowher. Yep, yep, yep. I just like him overall. I like CBS and stuff like that. I like the NFL Today and stuff like that. I like hearing their takes a lot. He should have said, "Bro, hey, I ain't gonna lie. There's only one nation, Raider Nation." But I just like what he said at the end, bro. He said, "Right to another L, bro." That's fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. That's on TV, bro. Like that's crazy. He said, "I enjoy it too much, man. I enjoy it too much." But yeah, Baltimore lost to Jacksonville. And then you see there Cleveland beat Tampa. But besides that, look at the Raiders. There you go. Look at the Raiders. Um, but that's funny. That's funny. I want to play it one more time. Actually, hold on.
Mike White, look right, and the Jets took flight. Broncos Nation, let's ride. Right to another L.
You. That is funny. Uh, what are your thoughts on the Raiders being a second half underdog versus the Bolts? Well, it's understandable, right? We lost to them once, and they always hype up the Chargers every time around this year. They hype them up, playoff contenders, Super Bowl contenders, blah blah yada yada yada. We know the same thing, but I like when the Raiders are underdogs because we've always had that underdog mentality, man. So I think they could take care of the business. I know they could take care of business, and I'm all for being underdogs. You feel me? I'm always for underdogs, and like NO and B said, they always suck up the chokers. They always do. So it's understandable why we're underdogs, but I'll take it. I'll take being an underdog. I like being the underdog. I like people to doubt us and then us proving them wrong. Shout out to Raw Gas. What's good, man? Good to see you. Hope all's well. The only people that even talked about Jacobs today was Michael Irvin. That is whack. I know they need to talk about more Josh Jacobs. Put some respect. He's the best running back in the league right now, man. And he proved it yesterday. And yes, some people will call me crazy and maybe biased, but if you go look at the numbers and you go look at what he's been doing, you have to give this guy credit, bro. And if you don't even have him in your top five, you're crazy. But yeah, the W always tastes better when we're better underdogs. That's facts. And so yeah, it is true. I didn't see it confirmed, but already two people have told me. Brian Edwards signs with the Chiefs. Yeah, Brian Edwards heads over there to the Chiefs. So it is what it is, right? Donkeys are a literal meme. Facts. That's hilarious. Cringe Wilson literally became an NFL meme and jokes. Facts, huh? He should have just stayed with Seattle, but they didn't want to deal with him no more. So, um, Melvin Gordon to the Chiefs too. So they got Melvin Gordon and Brian Edwards. Let me look at it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Mm. Oh shit! There's reports about Aaron Donald. Report Sean McVay told reporters that Aaron Donald is being evaluated for a high ankle sprain based on the info from his medical staff. Damn, that means there's a possibility that Aaron Donald might not play against the Raiders. That's gonna be a big impact to that defense, bro. Crosby, defensive player of the year. He has to be one of the candidates, bro. He has to be. Um, Brian Edwards signed with the Chiefs. Yep, yep, yep. Trader. Yeah, pretty pissed at that. So there might be a little bit of Aaron Donald might not play against the Raiders. We'll see. We'll monitor it. We'll monitor it. We'll monitor it. But we're going into the right path. So um if you guys can, like I said, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. But before I head out, I want to say this. Thank you guys for supporting me, like always, man, and everybody that stuck around. We had about 60 strong, and then towards this tail end, it started going a little bit down. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. I truly do. Thankful for you guys, real shit. Um, Once again, I'm going live again Thursday, I believe. I think Thursday and Friday. So this is the schedule for this week for everybody. Today, of course, Victory Monday a show post game. Thursday, I'm gonna do a preview of Sunday's game, and then Friday, I'm gonna do the USC play by play, which will also talk about Raiders in between commercials, talk about Raiders and everything else. So, guys, don't think it's only gonna be about college football. It's also gonna be about the Raiders. So it's a play by play, but when I'm not doing the play by play, there's commercials and different things. We're gonna talk about football in general, the Raiders and stuff like that. And if anybody wants to join me on the panel, they can. It's gonna be a USC play by play, like I said, a Pac-12 championship, and we'll talk about college and stuff like that. On Saturday, the West Side Experience, me and Ern are gonna host it, of course, like always, and just talk about everything in general. It's a fun time to be in. Um, when are you on West Side? So Ern actually can't play me because he doesn't have the PS5 version of Akazi, and I only have the PS5 version. He don't got the PS5 version, so that's the problem with me and him. But yeah, but if anybody wants to add me, um, on Activision and stuff like that and run it up, I play Call of Duty. I play Apex Legends. I play Madden here and there. I usually play Madden more in December because of Ultimate Team, but um, Madden, NBA 2K. I kind of took a break on 2K, but Apex, Call of Duty, Warzone, all that. So yeah, so so that's the schedule. Thursday preview. Saturday West Side Experience. Sunday post game, or if other people are on, then I'll move it to Monday, and it's gonna be the same thing all over again. So hopefully, you guys could come in and enjoy the content. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, of course. And if you want to see Josh Jacobs do that game-winning touchdown, Go look at my YouTube. I uploaded a short of Josh Jacobs and his overtime winner. If you want to keep replaying it, so you can help me out and the algorithm, and hit that like button and comment on it and all that good stuff, and continue looking at that play. Um, I'll appreciate that as well. So if you guys can go hit that like button, sub T. You also took a break on the show after Shadow beat you. He got lucky. All right. I didn't see when he played me, he took like 24 hours of his day to just fucking practice and get players. He even spent money to get players. So I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit. And I took him to a game 7. So shout out to everybody, man. Hopefully everybody had a blessed day. Like I said, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, great team win. Just win, baby. We won again back to back. Um, Always, always, always. Besides that, also hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe if you're new. Like I said, tough times never last, but tough people do. And you guys are some tough people. I appreciate you guys, man. Blessings to you guys and your families, and hope everybody's well and healthy. Until next time, y'all, on Thursday, guys, stay tuned for that. Besides that, remember to always keep it positive when nobody's looking, and just like I said, there's a lot of negativity around, and YouTube stuff and stuff like that. And I'm gonna just say this: not everything is what it is publicly, and leave me out of it, because I haven't said anything, attacked anybody. So for the people that are putting my name out there, or indirect shots, or putting my face on pictures, don't do that, because I haven't done anything wrong. So please don't. Like I said, always sending my blessings to everybody, no matter who you are. But at the end of the day, just don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Like, I really don't want to deal with that shit, bro. That's why I'm not dealing with it. That's why I'm not coming out on Black Saturday or anything, or saying anything, because I'm just stepping back from afar. Because at the end of the day, the Raiders are winning, so I'm gonna celebrate this win again. Have a good one, y'all. Until next time, y'all. This was the S Experience, aka Boy Eric, man. And like I said, on the way out, hit that like button. Until next time, y'all. This is S Experience, aka Boy Eric, and I am, not we. I'm so used to people on the panel. I am out.